If you're in the market for an 8K receiver, Onkyo's got one here you'll want to take a look at. In this video, I'll go over what makes it such a great option for your home theater and why gamers especially might like this one. This is the Onkyo THX Certified TXNR6100 receiver. It weighs 21.7 pounds and it's 17 1/8 inches wide, 6 13/16 inches tall, and 14 15/16 inches deep. So pretty standard as far as AV receivers go. What is a little different is the front. On a lot of receivers, you'll get two large knobs, one for the volume and one for selecting a source. On the 6100 though, you'll notice there's only a volume knob. All the sources are labeled on individual buttons right under the display, which is a pretty efficient way to find the right input if you don't have your remote handy. At the bottom left is a 1/4 inch headphone jack and 3 listening mode buttons: movie/TV, music, and game. On the right hand side, you've got treble, vocal, and bass controls, a plug-in for the setup mic to optimize your speakers, and a USB input. It's an easy layout to understand, so for any novice receiver users, there's nothing too intimidating here. A quick note about that setup mic though. The 6100 uses the basic one from Onkyo, which does a respectable job, but if you go up to the 7100, you actually get the Dirac live room correction, which is a far more comprehensive way to optimize your speaker setup. Just a little side note. On the back are the majority of the inputs. Starting off on the top are all of your HDMIs. 1 through 3 are HDMI 2.1, which can pass through signals up to 8K at 60 Hz, and are compatible with all the latest next-gen gaming features like variable refresh rates, 4K at 120 Hz, auto low latency mode, and quick frame transport, which helps reduce latency to improve responsiveness while you're gaming. Numbers 4 through 6 are HDMI 2.0, which can pass through up to 4K at 60 Hz. You also get 2 HDMI monitor outs, with one having an enhanced audio return channel. Next to the HDMIs are an Ethernet port for a hardwired network connection and a USB input. You also get a single digital coaxial input, an optical input, AM and FM antenna connections, a dedicated phono input, 4 additional analog connections, a second zone output, and 2 subwoofer pre-outs. You also get Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for wireless connections. As a quick side note, if you're watching this video and are thinking about picking one of these up, make sure to check it out on app.com for our current pricing. Now, getting back to the receiver, we've got the speaker terminals. This is a 7.2 channel receiver with a powered second zone. However, if you run both zones at the same time, it's going to pull power from 2 channels in the primary zone to drive that second zone. It's not a problem if you're watching something in 5.1 or 3.1.2 even, but if you're watching a movie in 5.1.2 or 7.1 and you try to play something on the second zone speakers, it's going to cut off your height channels or your back surround speakers and divert that power to the second zone. It's most likely not going to be an issue for most people, but if you're constantly using your second zone and still want full 3D surround, you'll need to look into getting a second amp to power that second zone full time. And speaking of power, the 6100 gives you 100 watts per channel at 8 ohms and 2 channels driven. Now, moving on, we've got the remote, which has all the same buttons as the front of the receiver, along with some additional buttons dedicated to playing and pausing, repeat, skip, and randomize. The 6100 isn't short on smart features either. That built-in Wi-Fi lets you use Apple AirPlay 2, Chromecast, and DTS Play-Fi, plus it can be integrated into a Google or Amazon smart home as long as you have a compatible device like a Home Mini or an Echo. You can even stream music from sources like Pandora, Spotify, Tidal, and Deezer right from this receiver. This is definitely a worthwhile receiver at the lower end of the 8K ready price range. It's got everything you need for next-gen gaming, plenty of smart features, and an easy-to-use design. If you have any questions on the TXNR6100, be sure to contact our experts at the link down below in the description. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.